This is Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by Thomas J. Henry.
You are looking live, downtown San Antonio, the historic rock pile, Alamo Stadium, home to T&L tonight. It's the Burbank Bulldogs taking on the Jefferson Mustangs. Good evening, everybody. I'm Don Harris, along with my broadcast partner, Chuck Mikatinick, down on the sidelines. Chuck, we always love the rock pile, the historic stadium, all the history, and this is a rivalry that's been going on nearly 80 years or more. Burbank and Jefferson began playing in the 1930s, so you throw out the records because it's a rivalry and nothing else matters.
It's the IB Bowl, Don, and the wonderful thing about this is, Burbank is really close to being a playoff team, so they need this game tonight, and we're only halfway through the season, so the story has not been written on these Jefferson Mustangs just yet. They can wreck Burbank tonight. They can get back into, at least making a step towards trying to get back into this playoff race. And again, to your point, these are two teams that, neighboring kids, a lot of them grown up together, and we're going to be looking forward to a fun ball game here tonight.
Yeah, that Bulldog offense capable of putting up big-time points. Lost a heartbreaker last week, but put up a lot of points. Hung half 100 in their first game of the year, and it all starts with that young man right there, Ramiro Salazar.
Yeah, Ramiro Salazar is an interesting story, Don. He's a 4-year basketball player for these Bulldogs. He played football on the JV as a freshman, took a couple of years off, but was cajoled by his head coach to come out and play football again, and their offense has been absolutely rolling since this guy came back to the program. You see the stats there on your screen. Very impressive.
Jefferson has had a hard time putting points on the board. They're a very young team, so they turned to the senior leadership of this young man, Roland Ramirez.
Yeah, and they've lost their quarterback too, but Roland Ramirez is a young man with a lot of speed. This is a guy they're going to try to get involved early because what they found is he seems to get better the longer the game goes along. So Roland Ramirez will be a key target on the Jefferson attack tonight.
All right, a historic backdrop for a historic rivalry. Burbank and Jefferson. When we come back, we'll have our Thomas J. Henry keys to the game. Thursday Night Lights from the Rock Pile continues.
You're watching Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by Thomas J. Henry.
Welcome back to the Rock Pile. The Burbank Bulldogs ready for action right now. It is time for our Thomas J. Henry keys to the game. And Chuck, let's start with those Burbank Bulldogs and Coach Wendell Harris.
Don, it's all about mindset tonight for Burbank. Wendell Harris wants his squad to have fun. He wants trust going from the field to the players and vice versa, and then amongst the brothers too. Trust your brothers, trust your coaches, go out and have a fun time tonight.
We caught up with Coach Harris before the game.
They compete hard. This last game against Highlands, that was a tough loss. Again, it's just we do value our kids' fight, especially we're down 28-10 at one time going in half, and our kids fought back, and we had a ball game, and at one time at a point we had a chance. We had a couple of points to win the ball game. So again, all through the season, our kids have fought and never have that give up mentality. So again, we're feeling good about it. It's just that we just had to fix a couple of minor things, and then we'll be ready to rock and roll.
All right, Chuck, as we said, Jefferson struggling to put points on the board. What are the keys for Coach Eduardo Cardenas?
Well, I think Coach Eddie would really like for his team to be able to move the ball tonight, move the sticks. He's going to be shuffling in sophomore quarterbacks tonight as he tries to see what his young guys have. Try to keep his defense off the field and then play a game where they play all 4 quarters. They played well in spurts, but they got to put a whole game together.
Here's Coach Cardenas.
These kids are relentless. They're gonna do whatever it takes just because of the TJ, the Thomas Jefferson, and they know what we're facing right now. So to come out, in the mornings, they're a day at a time. Our motto is one play at a time, one day at a time, and go all out. It's total effort.
Like we said,
Closed
it's a
captioning
rivalry
for tonight's
game. When we come back, we'll have kickoff, the national anthem, Jefferson and Burbank on T&L.
Closed captioning for tonight's game is sponsored by Guild Mortgage. This is Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by Thomas J. Henry and sponsored by Vulcan Materials Company, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, Risa's Dental and Braces, Cowboys AC, South Texas Vocational Tech, Central Med, Enroll SA, the Children's Hospital of San Antonio, San Antonio Metropolitan Health District, San Antonio Sports, Valero, Rhino Roofers, My Collision Center, Air Today Heating and Air Conditioning, Guild Mortgage, Beluga Air, Big City Plumbing, and Monarch Trophy Studio.
There's the Burbank Bulldogs ready to take the field here at Alamo Stadium against Jefferson. They do it right here at SAISD. They got the big videos board. They put the players' headshots up there, and right now we're waiting for both teams to run onto the field before we get to our national anthem. And Chuck, as you talked about, Burbank's a team looking to get into the playoffs. And what I was impressed with what Coach Harris was talking about was the way they fought back last week. Yes, they lost to Highlands 42-38, but as he said, it was a 28-10 game at the half, and so they got to be feeling like they're taking strides.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, they've been playing pretty good football all season long. You see the record, what it is, 3-3 overall. But again, I mean, to start the night, essentially a half game out of the playoff picture, and again, the book has not been written on Jefferson High School. Yep, not where they want to be, and they have had a bunch of injuries, not to mention that they are a very young team. But, you get a win tonight, and all of a sudden, you're starting to feel good about yourself, and, hey, we still got a long way to go in this district chase.
Both teams taking the field now as we close in on the national anthem. I was talking to Coach Eddie before the game. I said, you guys look like SMU. It's good-looking uniforms those Jefferson Mustangs have.
Yeah, Burbank, too. I mean, those hats, Boston Bruin-y looking, very tight.
Great night for football. It's cooled off here, nice breeze, and of course, anytime you're at Alamo Stadium, you got that great view of downtown San Antonio. And as I said earlier, they've been playing football since 1937, these two. And so it's one of the longest running rivalries in all of San Antonio.
And this place is now, 71 years old? Hard to believe. It still looks great. And you're right, man, there's no better place to do a high school football game than right here at the old rock pile.
Let's turn our attention over to Bill Evans, our public address announcer for tonight's color guard and national anthem.
Texas flag bearer is Cadet Sergeant First Class Malik Aga. Right guards Cadet Captain Isaiah Galindo. Left guards Cadet Major Jacob Mejia. At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps, and honor America as the Jefferson Band, under the direction of Mr. Jonathan Mireles, plays our national anthem.
You're watching Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by Thomas J. Henry.
Welcome back. Alamo Stadium, Burbank and Jefferson closing in on kickoff. Now let's go down to the sidelines. Our Zach Hedrick back tonight. Zach, what's the weather like down there?
Hey, it's great down here. Great night for football. I can't believe it's October, so this is going to feel really nice tonight. Was talking with the Jefferson defensive coordinator, Eddie Moreno. He says that their key to the game is getting off the field on 3rd and long this game. They say that Burbank's quarterback has a knack for extending plays a little bit, getting it down the field to his other playmakers. So they say if we can get off the field tonight, that'll set them up for success. Guys?
All right, thanks a lot, Zach. You're looking at Coach Wendell Harris, South Texan born and raised, went to San Marcos High School, played at Mary Hardin Baylor, and has been coaching in South Texas most of his career. San Marcos Bobcat. As we get ready to kick this one off, the Bulldogs taking the field. There's Coach Eddie Cardenas doing a great job. Chuck, I think it was really impressive about what Coach Cardenas said was, man, they're 0-5. They're having a tough go, but he's teaching these kids those lessons we talk about, showing up every day, working hard in the mornings for something bigger than W's and L's, and that's everything that goes with playing football. That's the discipline, the structure, and, you know, learning life lessons, and he's doing a great job of imparting that onto these kids.
Yeah, I mean, every now and then, you know, some things are going to converge against you, you know. I mean, you got a young program, you've had some injuries, and, you know, you're trying to build this thing up, but, you know, the guys that are out there and are healthy, they're giving it 110%. So, I mean, what more can you ask for if you're the head coach? You got a good coach, you got some good kids, and, you know, sometimes you got to take some lumps along the way before you start turning some of these lessons into victories.
All right, the Mustangs will watch that one go out of bounds. Flag will fly, and Jefferson will have good field position to start their first drive. And, Chuck, you talked about they've had some injuries. Explain to folks what they've gone through for the quarterback spot.
Well, yeah, they lost their quarterback to a knee injury last week. I mean, just one of many that they've had all season long. But they're going to roll in a couple of different sophomores tonight. And again, you know, some of these guys are getting their first crack at playing at the varsity level. But, you know, it's one of those things. You're going to get your chance at some point. So we'll see what Steven Morales does with his first crack with the football.
All right, Morales under center will line up in the shotgun, since 2 receivers to the left. That's Roland Ramirez, who we talked about in the pregame. So the man in motion, run a little jet sweep. They flick it to the outside, nice about 5-yard gain before he's ridden out of bounds. And that was Johnny Gamboa on the carry. And it looks like he picks up about 8. Good start for the Jefferson Mustangs as we take a look at their starting lineup. Again, Steven Morales making everything go here tonight. Gamboa, the running back. We'll also see Austin Mesquita at quarterback, and Ramirez is the favorite target, number 11. 2nd down and 2. And here's Morales, hands inside. And a good job by that Burbank defense, stopping it short of the first down. That was Adrian Garces on the carry. As we take a look at the Burbank defense, Javier Puente up front is a captain. They love their linebacking core, including Tayden Kelly, who's a captain as well. On the tackle on that one was Joey Chavez, who kept it short of a first down, so it'll be 3rd down and 1. Morales will sling it out to his right. They're going to get the first down. That's Gamboa. He's got a lot more than that near midfield before he's ridden out of bounds. And Chuck, a good little start here for this Jefferson offense.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, he's showing you a little bit of everything. A little run left, run right, and then flip it out here to the right. Look at the block that the Mustangs get right there to help spring the ball carrier and pick up the sticks. Nice play.
Rene Gonzalez finally rid him out of bounds. So the Mustangs on the move here as Morales sends 2 to his right, 2 to his left. And he's got Garces back there with him. Hands to Garces, who's drilled right at the line of scrimmage. Up front, Big Joe Klein, just a sophomore they love. Klein, number 50, in the middle of the front 4 there. And again, 55 has been in a couple of different places tonight.
Yeah, it's Roger Flores. You're seeing already what Jefferson wants to do. They got a couple of running backs they really like. Garces and Gamboa both have touched the ball already.
Sets up second down and long. Here's that little jet sweep again. Cutting it inside is Gamboa. And he's got a nice gain. Got a little change of pace. Good vision as Gamboa picks up about 6.
Yeah, I mean, just underclassmen all throughout the starting lineup of these Jefferson Mustangs. They got a few seniors up along the front line. That helps. And we're looking at 2 of them on the left side that help crease that ball right there, Rolando Barrera and Elijah Martinez.
So it'll set up third down and 3. Morales wants to throw, fires to the near side. It's caught on a little bubble screen, breaking 1 or 2 tackles across the 40 for a first down. That's Noah Gonzalez on the catch, and that's a South Texas Votech first down.
We're seeing a little bit of everything from Coach Cardenas' squad here in the early going, and they mixed it up a little bit this week, Don. They've been obviously a very run-heavy ball club, but Coach Cardenas said they mixed it up this week. They're going to throw it a little bit more, hope they can catch Burbank off balance, and so far they have.
Ramirez comes in motion. They flick it to him on a jet. He's not going to get outside. Corner coming up from his safety spot. Good tackle by the Burbank defense. And that was Gerardo Ortega. They like to call him Heda, so that's what we'll call him the rest of the night. Chris Avalos right there as well, in on that play.
Why do they call him Heda? You knock your head off?
G-E-R-A, Heda.
All right, works for me, because that's what he just did on that play.
Second down and 15. Here's Ramirez for the first time tonight. He's got Avalos draped on his back, but he picks up maybe the loss, gets back to the original stick. It'll be third down and 10 or more.
Trying to make Burbank cover the entire field, left and right and middle so far.
So it'll be third and 9 as Morales looks to the coaching staff to get the play. Again, they're in the spread with 2 to the left, 2 to the right. And it's Garces in the backfield along with Morales, who wants to throw a quick throw, and the safety's all over it. Did he pick it off? He did. Interception for the Burbank Bulldogs. That's Carlos Aguirre. Nice job. He read the play perfectly, got to the spot and picked it off.
Yeah, just a junior doing a really great job of just tracking that ball and going and getting it. Outstanding job by Aguirre, picking it off.
All right, so we got that's just been kind of Jefferson's luck this year. Looking good, moving the ball down the field, have a turnover, and so for the first time tonight, we will get a look at the Burbank offense. Their quarterback, Ramiro's Salazar, has put up some nice numbers. He tries to get Jefferson to jump. Hands off inside, gain of about 4 on the play. He's looking for a flag, did not see it. And that's Matthew Cortez, their all-district running back. He was all-district last year as a sophomore. He's got almost 400 yards and 2 touchdowns already this season.
Yeah, he's a track guy too.
We'll see a lot of him and Andrew Buentello. Caleb Hernandez is the favorite target. He's number 10. As Salazar drops back and rolls right. Fires over the middle, and then that's caught at the 45, and a good tackle. Otherwise, that was going to the house. Kevin Hernandez, the younger brother of Caleb, he's just a freshman, and he makes a big play. He's already got 3 touchdowns on the year as a freshman.
Well, as you see, Ramiro, the basketball player, bouncing it outside. What a great throw on the run, hitting his guy in stride.
So that's a South Texas Votech first down for the Bulldogs. They're on the move here past midfield. Salazar, straight drop, now scrambles, he's gonna run it. Now he's still looking to throw and does, and incomplete, had a man out there. That was intended for Johnny Alvarado. Just kind of overshot his man, but a nice job of buying time.
Sure was, because Hazel Camarillo was coming, and he was coming with bad intentions. So a really good job by Ramiro to kind of make the defender miss and then still buy himself some time to try to make a play downfield.
Taking a look at that Burbank starting offense. Big guy up front is Captain Eric Morales. He's the center. And they've got an all-district left tackle named Joey Chavez. When Tello comes in motion, they fake it to him, run it inside. Nice job of directing traffic with his own eyes is Cortez, and he's got a nice gain. That'll move the sticks. It'll be a South Texas Vo-Tech first down.
This guy, a 4-year starter, Don. Watch his feet. Wow. And then gets it going after he seemingly stops, but they call this guy the silent assassin. And just did a good job there on that particular run, huh?
Heck yeah. Did a good job of seeing where he wanted to go. Got a pre-snap penalty here. Flag flies. Daniel Vertez, our referee tonight. It's a false start there on the Bulldogs. That'll back them up. That'll set up 1st and 15 at the Jefferson 41. Salazar's got those staggered receivers on either side. Looking to his left, wants to go deep, now fires to the sideline. It's one-on-one coverage, and making the play is the freshman again, Kevin Hernandez, showing he can play with the big boys. What a catch.
How about the pocket presence of Ramiro Salazar? I mean, just hanging in there like a man, took a shot, and then let one of the Hernandez brothers go up there and make a play. And that he did. Outstanding.
You can see averages almost 19 yards a catch, so it's kind of what he does. Coming into the game, he had 11 catches. Big brother Caleb had 18. Combined, they have 9 touchdowns on the season. And it's a first down right at the 20, the Central Med red zone. Here's Cortez over the left side for about 2. That'll set up 2nd down and 8.
They're really excited about this receiving core that they got. Patello, Caleb, the Hernandez brothers, they're all starting to chip in. And probably a reason why they were able to entice Ramiro Salazar to come back to football. You got these guys to throw the football to. There's a lot of places you can go with it.
Yeah, Salazar, like you said, all district in basketball, all district in baseball. Oh yeah, he can play quarterback too. Had 4 touchdown passes against Kennedy, 5 against Highlands. Just a great athlete. Rolling to his right, looking deep now, getting out of trouble once, twice, and he's finally sacked. Great job by the Mustang defense to corral him down there. It took 3 or 4 guys. Michael Flores finally is the one to bring him down.
Yeah, Tayden Kelly and others, this is what you have to do. I mean, when you've got a gifted athlete like Ramiro Salazar that's running around back there and dancing, you got to bring a lot of guys to the party, which is exactly what Burbank was able to do, or Jefferson, excuse me, and stop that guy from making a play.
All right, so it's 3rd down and 20. Ball backed up all the way back to the 30-yard line. They've got to get to the 10 for a first down. Trips to the right side, 2 to the left. Salazar with a long drop. He's scrambling for his life again. Now rolls, going to try to keep it to the 30, to the 25, but not nearly enough for a first down. And as we've seen all season, unless you have a really good kicker, most teams inclined to go for it here at the 25 and 4-down territory.
Salazar doing a great job here because they had a guy that was spying him and he still got his. There, guy right there, and then another guy 10 yards beyond him. He was able to cut it back upfield and make this a fairly reasonable 4th down try.
4th and 15. And give credit to the Jefferson defense a couple of different times tonight. The reason Salazar's gotten in trouble is because of good coverage downfield. Nice job by these Mustang defensive backs. Trips to the left-hand side here on 4th down and 15. Salazar buying time. Now he'll run. He's not, well, he gets out of trouble again, and he's still on his feet. Cutting back, and he's dropped. It's taking a lot of Mustangs to bring him down, but we've got a flag down on the play. We'll see what that is.
Boy, this guy is like piece of popcorn in the popper. He's just got about to have 9, 10 guys there. Otherwise, he's going to maybe break one on you.
Thought he might have stepped out of bounds right at about the 28, but he stayed in bounds, and we'll sort out the penalty. And it's going to get him an automatic first down. All that buying time led to a Jefferson face mask, and boy, you see Coach Eddie's reaction. It's just not what you want, because you had him off the field on 4th down and 15. You did a great job stopping him, but it's a face mask that will move it all the way to the 13, give him a new set of downs, and a South Texas Votech first down back inside the Central Med red zone.
Well, that's the athleticism of Ramiro Salazar. I mean, when you got a guy that can move like him, and you're a defender, you're just trying to grab anything to get this guy on the ground.
That's Buentello keeping over the left-hand side. They ran him in a little wildcat. Maybe they gave Salazar a little bit of a breather. Andrew Buentello, the senior running back, doing it himself and picking up about 8 yards, 7 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 3. First quarter flying by, 2:20 left here at Alamo Stadium. So 2nd down and 3, ball spotted right at the 6. And here's Salazar, quarterback keeper all the way. Salazar for the end zone, he got it. Touchdown, Burbank. Check that, that was Buentello again. Running that wildcat, and he went right up the middle and scored.
Indeed he did, just trying to pick his way and then delivering some blows on his way to the goal line.
So I want to look at that again. It looked like they lined Salazar up at quarterback and just snapped it to the guy next to him. So on to kick the extra point is Arturo Martinez. He's a junior. He's got a number of field goals this year, and the extra point is right down Main Street. And Burbank takes the early lead. 2:02 to play here in the first quarter. It's Burbank 7, Jefferson nothing, but a good football game here at the Rock Pile.
Tonight's Facebook live stream is sponsored by Enroll SA.
Welcome back. You're looking at the Smile Cam, brought to you by Resus Dental and Braces. And a lot to smile about on that Burbank sideline as the Bulldogs out to that 7-0 lead. And I think that young man there is watching that live stream that we just talked about. A 10-play drive, 83 yards. It took 6 minutes off the clock. And like I said, it's flying by here. Coach Wendell Harris using some ball control offense. 2:02 to go. His Bulldogs will kick it off again, and that will be Arturo Martinez. Roland Ramirez back deep, and that ball is kicked short, fielded, and Jeff will have great field possession at the 45 when we come back. Welcome back as you're taking a look at our Enroll SA band camp. Great national anthem, by the way, tonight by that Jefferson Mustang band. It's about, the time of year where you can start wearing those heavy band uniforms again. It was way too hot first 4 weeks of the season. Take a look at Steven Morales, just a sophomore.
That was a pretty good drive he had to start the game, I thought. I mean, even on the interception, that could be easily viewed as a punt, too, because it was 3rd and long.
Here's the handoff to Garces. He's not going anywhere. Good job up front by that interior Burbank front. Ivan Vasquez in on the tackle. Also, Hera Ortega. Loss of 1 as we take a look at the Beluga player profile. Elijah Martinez, big offensive lineman for those Mustangs. He's a captain and a senior, giving this team some leadership. Morelos fires over here to the right-hand side, trying to dance out of trouble, but not going to, as Burbank's Chris Avalos was all over that.
Yeah, really swarming to the football now are these Burbank defenders. Ball gets out in a hurry. As soon as the ball carrier looks up, he's got two guys he's got to contend with. So great job rallying to the football by the Bulldogs.
Inside a minute to play here in the first quarter. Steven Morelos on 3rd down and 12. Low snap, wants to get it out of his hands, does, and completes it right near the stick. Gonna see where they mark it. It looks like it's going to be really close.
What a great throw, what a great route by the Mustangs on that particular play. Morelos looked like he was going to maybe pitch it outside to his running back on a lateral. Instead, goes for a chunk play, and I'll be doggone, they got themselves a first down here.
It is a South Texas Votech first down. Thought they might ask for a measurement. Instead, they're going to give them the first down right at the 47-yard line, and Sticks move with 18 seconds, likely the last snap of the quarter. Again, low to Morelos. Little swing pass. Did that go backwards? That's a live football. Flag flies. That's loose. Burbank scooping. Burbank, depending on the penalty, is scoring. Avalos with the touchdown if it holds up.
So now we got to get together and see, was it a lateral or was it a pass? It was really hard to tell in real time.
Did he throw a flag or did he throw his hat?
Referee threw 2 flags, guys. He also had his hat on the field, too.
So he threw 3 things, 2 flags and a hat.
To ice his elbow down after this game.
He's looking for socks. He's looking for gum wrappers in his pockets.
Did y'all catch the call?
It's going to be, Daniel will explain it to us after they mark it off. It's going against Burbank. And the way they're marking it off, it's a lot of yardage, so it may be a personal foul. Let's see if we get an explanation. I heard the public address announcer say personal foul. I never saw the official tell us exactly what it was.
Well, let's take a look.
Roughing the passer.
Well, man, that's still close, right? Whether it was a lateral or it was going to be ruled a lateral, I guess.
I think so.
So huge break for the Mustangs.
And that's the quarter. That'll do it. A huge break for Jefferson. Takes points off the board for Burbank, and it gives the Mustangs good field position as we roll to the second quarter. Burbank 7, Jefferson nothing. Second quarter action straight ahead. Welcome back. Time for our Air Today game time weather. Just a little breezy, but not too bad. In fact, it's really nice. 83 degrees. Wind southeast 7 miles an hour. And the Jefferson Mustangs have first down and 10 at the 32 of Burbank. And profiting off that personal foul call is Steven Morelos' offense. And inside to Garces, and Garces is roped down quickly right at the line of scrimmage by number 22, Damian Hall.
That was a really good play by Hall, just mano-a-mano, squaring up the ball carrier and wrestling him to the ground rather easily. It's a big dude. Man, there's some big dudes on both of these teams, Don. I was walking around before the game, and number 60, Ryan Vasquez for Burbank, I was like, man, that guy's huge. You look at their scorecard, he's a freshman.
Only going to get bigger. Second down and 11. Morales fakes and now fires, and that ball is almost intercepted. Good job reading the route by Burbank, and that was Dalen Miller who read it.
Yeah, a little miscommunication between the sophomore quarterback and his wide receiver on that particular play, and you would expect there to be some growing pains as Jefferson tries to move through the rest of the season without their original quarterback. But I think it's fascinating, Don. I mean, we're seeing some things from Jefferson tonight that we haven't quite seen. I mean, they've come out attacking, throwing the ball with these younger quarterbacks, and I think it's kind of cool. I mean, just let it rip. The penalty, though, is going to set them back a little bit after that one.
No explanation again, but it's a 10-yarder. It'll be third. Let's reset that. Call it 3rd and 21. Pressure coming for Morales. He unloads that. Took a shot. Mustang slow to get up. That hit him.
Ivan Vasquez, the senior, gets a free shot. And, man, that's a tough blow. I beg your pardon. That was Blue Valenzuela, as in black and blue. Mercy. Morales hanging in there, trying to set up a screen, but it just wasn't there. Burbank doing a nice job backing it up.
All right, so 3rd and 21. Morales with a pump and go. Slant is completed, and then it's out. Ball's out. That was incomplete, never caught. Umpire all over that call. That'll set up 4th down and 21.
Again, nice throw, nice route. We'll see some of these growing pains as we move along.
Now it looks like Jefferson's going to punt it away. And Morales will do the honors there as well. Adrian Garces also shares those duties. And he's standing at his own 46-yard line. He gets it off clean. Nice high punt. Going to be picked up at the 20. That's a dangerous play. And a flag flies as Rene Gonzalez decided to be bold and pick it up on the hop.
Kind of liked it.
Yeah, if you can get away with it, as long as you don't field it cleanly and you're in good, don't drop it. That's dangerous, but courageous, to say the least. All right, so it'll be a hold. We'll take timeout. And we're coming back with more second quarter action. Early second. Burbank on top, 7-0. Mustang cheerleaders, part of the Reese's Dental and Braces Smile Cam. They're having a good time out here tonight. First down and 10 for the Burbank Bulldogs after the change of possession. Salazar slings it out this way. Down the sideline across the 30 is Buenteo.
And this guy is able to scoot down that sideline pretty quickly after he catches the football. You can see why Burbank likes to find this guy as often as they can. And that was catch and go.
Buenteo's got 8 touchdowns on the season. Pretty balanced with 41 carries and 35 receptions coming in. Had a 65-yard touchdown against Pearsall as Cortez takes it on first down. Gets across the 35, gain of about 3 or 4. Set up second down and 7.
That's some big shoes to fill. Matthew Cortez did. Because the guy that he replaced Matthew Salazar. Remember, he was the 4-year starter, set all kinds of Burbank records. He's now playing college football, but this guy's really held his own.
Receivers to the right and left, looks left, now scrambles. Looking for a man, completes it across the 50, across the 45. That's Mosant Cabanjira with the reception.
Just again, great quarterbacking skills here by Ramiro Salazar. Just shoulder fakes to the left side after he's already on that side, then rolls back to the right, clearing a lot of space for himself, squares himself up, delivers a dime, and Burbank is on the move again.
That's a Cowboys AC first down. Salazar and the Bulldogs on the move at the Jefferson 44. A fake play action to Cortez. Salazar again rolling, firing, and throws it well out of bounds, which will live to play another day here on second down.
Yeah. Discretion the better part of valor sometimes, right? Everybody was covered up by that Jefferson defense downfield. So no risk-taking by number 5 on this particular play.
Here's a look at Salazar. Football, 4-year starter in basketball, runs track. Just 5'5", 155 pounds, but good things come in small packages when you're that kind of athlete.
Yeah, they got a new OC this year, Coach McCray, and, you know, these guys have really been synced up and doing a great job for these Bulldogs.
Going deep, out of bounds again. That's incomplete. That'll set up third down and 10. Had a receiver out there, but just led him too far outside and out of bounds.
So now we'll see what Burbank has in store on 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I don't think this is go for it zone here. So usually it's, you know, kind of 2 plays. I don't know. Right there at midfield, I'm not sure. I think you may want to flip the field if you're unsuccessful here. He's got the young freshman, Kevin Hernandez, split out to the left. 3 receivers to the right. And he's looking that way. Now rolls. Got 2 over the middle, and he's tackled short of the original line of scrimmage. Elijah Martinez, the senior Mustang, coming up and making a play.
Yeah, and Javier Puente doing a great job busting off that edge and then trying to track and then force Ramiro Salazar into making a play. Again, man, these Jefferson guys are really rallying to the ball nicely.
Elijah Martinez is the same guy that we did the player profile on last series as a left tackle on offense, so he's going both ways. Arturo Martinez on to kick it away. High snap, but didn't have a lot of velocity. He gets off a good kick. That ball's going to be fielded cleanly and then lost. That ball's loose. I think Jefferson got back on it. They did. No, Burbank's got the football. Change of possession. Quick change for the Bulldogs, and they've got the ball inside the red zone. We'll throw the break. When we come back, Burbank will try to cash in. Here's another look at the turnover. Never quite had it. Couldn't find the ears. Thought he had it right there, but it got through the back of his legs, and Burbank was able to come up with it.
Yeah, Jordan Palomo, Don. Geez,
Jordan
he was the
Palomo.
guy that delivered the blow and got the ball.
It kind of just landed in his lap.
Yeah. Not only that, I mean, that's one of those where you're filling out the stat sheet on one play.
Tackle, cause for fumble, fumble recovery.
Yep. Then you get to go dump the ball in the bucket on the sideline.
Jefferson had the officiating crew go back and revisit to see if they saw what we saw, and they did.
First and 10 Burbank, Jefferson 19.
I guess your argument there is, look, my guy was sitting on it. That's possession. Ball's dead, but he never did have control. It's a good call by that crew. So 8:23 here to go in the first half. Salazar and the Burbank offense moving inside the Central Med red zone. First down, Salazar rolling to his right. He's got room to run, but fires to the end zone, and that ball's tipped and caught for a touchdown. It's coming back though, flag down. Mosant Kamanjira got the deflection.
Holding indicated.
But as you can see, there was a hold on the Bulldogs, and that again will negate big plays. We've had 2 wiped off the board tonight. Roughing the passer nullified a scoop and score on the defensive side, and now holding here as that ball was deflected right into the hands of Kabanjira.
Yeah, Mosant, it's a big fella. Just a junior too. So Burbank, they got their share of youngins as well.
So 1st and 20 now. Clock ticks inside at 8 minutes. Jefferson showing like they're going to bring the house. They do. They run a little inside jet sweep. Gain of about 2 on the play. As Peter Peralta, just a sophomore, gets the carry. Michael Flores there, another sophomore for Jefferson, in on the tackle.
And he did a great job too, because he was getting doubled. Still made that play.
Timeout Burbank. And while we have the timeout, we'll hear from Russ Bookbinder of San Antonio Sports.
We know the students who participate in team sports are setting the foundation for their future in the workplace. They'll learn skills through their sports with their coaches that'll help them set that foundation. This program recognizes high school and middle school teams for working together to make a difference in our community and reflect those values.
The values of integrity, respect, teamwork, excellence, and community service are the backbone of Valero's long-standing culture, and we are honored to partner with Beyond the Game to recognize these exceptional students in their endeavors.
Having Valero as a teammate for Beyond the Game will help this program continue positively impacting more students, teams, and coaches in our area. Nominate your team today by going to sanantoniosports.org. 4 teams will be recognized during the San Antonio Sports All-Star Football Game presented by HEB on January 8th in the Alamo Dome.
All right, thanks, Russ. Chuck, you know what this weekend is, right? Big announcement coming this weekend. The San Antonio Sports All-Star Game rosters have been selected.
Very nice.
And we are going to unveil those on our sports shows this weekend. Looking forward to that. Reward these seniors who are going to be playing in the game. 2nd and 20. Salazar, all kinds of time, goes deep. Got a man there, and it's caught. Great job laying out for the catch. That's Buendeo again. He's made some big plays. Got the only touchdown of the night. And that gives him a shot here on 3rd down now and about 5. Big chunk there.
Yeah, well, hats off to Chavez, Garcia, Morales, Lopez, and Vasquez up front. I mean, that's as clean a pocket as you could have ever wanted, and then a really good job by receiver and quarterback picking on that 3rd level of the defense there on that chunk play.
All right, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 3rd down and 5. Salazar scrambling, rolling this way to his left, going to the end zone. And that ball's going to be caught, but out of bounds. Never really had a shot there. As nice double coverage by the Mustangs. Kevin Hernandez, the intended receiver. Derek Martinez was draped all over him. They've got the kicker on the field. This is Arturo Martinez. They're going to spot it at the 22. It'll be a 32-yarder for Martinez. Again, he's got field goals of 27, 27, and 34 on the year. That's a knuckleball low, but it's through. It's good, and Burbank has a 10-0 lead. It doesn't matter how it looks. It only matters you put 3 on the board.
Yeah.
We're back in 15 seconds.
Now more than ever, it is important to get the recommended vaccines. You have the power to protect yourself and your family against serious diseases. To learn more, visit covid19.sanantonio.gov or find us on social media using hashtag #DoItForSA.
All right, so Arturo Martinez adds a 32-yarder to his resume this year. He's perfect on extra points. 19 of 19 coming into the night. Got the one tonight to make it 20 for 20. And now he's got a 32-yarder, just 2 yards short of his season long of 34. So the Burbank Bulldogs have a pretty reliable kicker in that young man. He's just a junior.
And, you know, Jefferson hanging around, you know. They've done some really good things tonight. And, again, we see this every week, right? It's a play here, a play there, a penalty here, a penalty there that, you know, either stops you from where you needed to go or gets you to where you needed to go. Johnny, up a couple things here. Maybe get back in this football game and cut it to a one-score game.
That's Johnny Gamboa you're looking at. He's back there with Roland Ramirez, and the Mustangs still have plenty of time here with 7:16 to play in the half to try to cut it to that lead. And Martinez will kick it away. Nice long kick, going to be fielded at the 4. Across the 25, breaking a tackle right out to 25, still on his feet, spinning forward is Gamboa. Nice return to about the 23, and again, the Jefferson offense will have plenty of time to try to do something here, get on the board before halftime. Stephen Morales, as you said, Chuck, they've had some success moving the football down the field, but untimely penalties or turnovers have cost them.
Yeah, I mean, he's 6 for 10. This guy really getting his first crack at running a football team. And, you know, again, the pick was, I thought, functional like a punt on 3rd and forever on that first series. But, yeah, they've done some nice things tonight, some stuff they can build on here. Let's see if they can put a drive together and get some points before the half.
It's a Cowboys AC first down. So here we go. Stephen Morales with trips wide to his left, split out, hands to Garces, who takes on the tackler head on. Nice little gain, though, of about 4 on first down. I think you'll live with that every day of the week if you're an offensive coordinator.
Yeah, they got a little thunder and lightning action going with this Jefferson running game as well with Garces and Gamboa. Morales is the soccer player. Amasquita's a baseball player. Got some track guys back there, so, you know, guys that are double dipping not only in football but other sports as well.
Noah Gonzalez split right. Here's Morales on the keep, and he is slung down. Is busting through to make the play is Ivan Vasquez, the senior defensive end. Nice play.
That's the second time we've called his name tonight.
And again, we've got a penalty. All right, so they'll take the yardage, which is a loss on the play, and make it 3rd down and long, as the hold was against Jefferson, and with the clock running near 6 minutes.
Ivan Vasquez gets him a TFL.
Straight drop, slant route, incomplete. Good coverage out there. Ball was intended for Noah Gonzalez. Chris Avalos, we called his name a lot tonight. Also back there tonight is Andrew Briseño, the senior. So Jeff will punt it away, and this is kind of a dangerous situation for Jefferson because they're going to get the ball back after 3 quick plays that don't run much clock to the Bulldogs. That's fielded by the up man at the 40 across the 45 before he's brought down. And we're back in 15 seconds.
Now more than ever, it is important to get the recommended vaccines. You have the power to protect yourself and your family against serious diseases. To learn more, visit covid19.sanantonio.gov or find us on social media using hashtag #DoItForSA.
So with 5:54 to go and a short field, the Burbank Bulldogs can really tighten the screws here if they can get 7 more before halftime.
Yeah, and they've really done some nice things on offense too, and if not for a penalty here or a penalty there, they might have more points on the board.
It's a Cowboys AC first down, little pump, and then go. He fires it out there, and almost making the grab was the young freshman Kevin Hernandez. Boy, right, talk about a game of inches, just over his fingertips, and he still almost came down with it.
Yeah, great route, great throw too. I mean, you got double team action down there by the Jefferson Ball Club. Just a shade.
How about
past the outstretched hands?
Work of our camera guys.
Oh,
nice.
That's weekly.
Bryce, great job, brother. 2nd down and 10. Inside handoff. Jefferson staying at home, but Cortez got loose across the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And it'll bring up 3rd down and about 5. Now you're in 2-down territory here if you don't get it.
Yeah, we talked about Cortez taking Matthew Salazar's position on the field. Also took his number 9 too, to basically show the rest of his teammates that he was going to be able to fill that void. That's pretty cool too. You know, one stud running back getting the number to the next guy. That's awesome.
Little option going right. They pitch it across the 30, across the 25, and getting out of bounds for the 1st down is Buenteo. Boy, he's all-purpose, isn't he?
Yeah, they got several guys like that. You can see, you know, outside, inside, running game's good, passing game's good. You got some receivers you could chuck it to, and the guys up front have done a nice job as well. So, you know, not a surprise that Burbank's 3-3. They got some players, and I think, you know, clearly they're going to be having something to say about those 4 playoff spots at the end of the season.
Careful who they snap it here to. They tricked us before on this one. They'll hand to Buenteo up the middle to the 15, to the 10, to the 5-yard line. Andrew Buenteo, and Burbank's knocking on the door here with 4:32 to go.
Yeah, it's just a gaping hole right here. Run it right, and then look at the cutback and the blocking downfield, and then a little junk in the game there too at the end. Shimmy, shimmy. Busting up for another 5 yards.
Cowboys AC 1st down. Buenteo lines up in the Wildcat in that middle position. They snap it to him. He's keeping, and he's brought down for a loss. Good job up front by Hector Munoz, the sophomore linebacker, coming up to make a play.
Yeah, they've got a junior, a sophomore, and a senior at linebacker. 2 seniors on the D-line, but 2 sophomores as well. And then all underclassmen for their corners and safeties on the back end. So it's a very young Jefferson defense, but a great play right there, no doubt.
Hernandez split to the left. Salazar was looking that way, gets out of trouble, and he's going to run it to the 15 to the 10. Gets a block at the 5. Touchdown. They're going to bring it back. They're going to call a block in the back on Kevin Hernandez. Saw it live, Chuck, and it's really close. Really close. Might be a really good call here. Hernandez came back for the kind of the crackback. And that'll negate the score. And we'll get another look at it right here.
All right, let's take a look, because my jaw dropped with Ramiro Salazar and how well his pocket presence, and he sets guys up, and yep, you're right.
He just kind of clipped his right shoulder. I guess the head wasn't in front, and that's what they look for. Ball was over the pylon. Doesn't matter. Penalty negates the play. Backs it up to the 12. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 12.
I mean, that's one of those things, too, where you're like, okay, he wasn't really in the play, and he was going to score anyway, but, I mean, Kevin Hernandez is a freshman. That young man's just trying to go out there and help his teammates, so, you know, gotta like the hustle.
Salazar running, nowhere to go. 2-yard gain to the 10. It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 10. The Jefferson defense hanging in there. As we go inside of 3 minutes, 2:45 to play.
Yeah, they've had some good plays here on this drive to try to snuff some out. You see Taden Kelly there, one of the captains with his Jeff defense.
Cortez back there with Salazar. I think that's Buenteo in the slot. Hernandez to the left. Two receivers tight on the right as well. Salazar looking that way, now fires back to the left-hand side. Caught, touchdown, Bulldogs. And it's Buenteo again, his second score on the night. And Burbank put 6 more on the board with 2 minutes to go in the half. And that's just a gut punch to that Jefferson defense that had hung in there so nicely.
Well, they loaded one side of the field, and Ramiro Salazar was given plenty of time to throw back there, and Buenteo just kind of leaked out over to the left side and was able to catch it and score.
Arturo Martinez on for the extra point. It is good. He is 21 of 21 for the season on PATs, and it's all Burbank here at the rock pile. Jefferson will get one more shot at it here in the first half.
Did you see that? I mean, everything, all the action was going towards the right side of the field, and Buenteo just kind of leaked out to the left, was singled up, caught it, and was able to scamper into the end zone for 6 points for the Burbank Bulldogs.
We'll be right back after this message from Taco Cabana.
San Antonio and TNL fans, did you know that Taco Cabana caters? Select packages with all your TC favorites are available for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We can even bring the TC celebrations to you with our new TC on Wheels trailer. Perfect for any celebrations or holidays. Check us out at tacocabana.com/catering.
Thanks to Taco Cabana, Thursday Night Lights, presented by Taco Cabana. Bulldogs in control here, 17-0. Saw the standings earlier. They really feel like they've got a good shot at making a legit playoff run in District 13 5A.
You see Ramiro Salazar over there doing a little house cleaning with his tape. He's had a fine ball game tonight. You can see why the coaches were so wanting to get him back out onto the football field, because he's quite the player.
Martinez's kick is fielded at the 2, across the 20 to the 25. Nice little job all the way across the 30. Johnny Gamboa, lots of whistles and a flag.
A pretty good collision over there on the sideline too.
9 times out of 10, this is a hold or an illegal block in the back. Daniel Vertez will let us know. So Jefferson with 1:57 to go. Try to get some points on the board here before the half. And Chuck, their coach, Coach Eddie Cardenas, was exactly right. When you look at them on paper and you see that they had 3 of their 5 games they didn't get a touchdown, you thought, oh, this is going to be a really pedestrian offense. They're moving the football. They just have had some bad luck, some penalties and untimely turnovers, but they're a very capable offensive football team as that's completed, but a knee was down for Noah Gonzalez right where he caught it.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. And again, you know the challenges that Jefferson has had to overcome here tonight with the loss of their starting quarterback. But tell you what, I'm pretty impressed with this guy, Steven Morales. He's having a nice little ball game here for the first time, getting a chance to start for these Mustangs.
Yeah, it looks comfortable, and I'm impressed with the fight for sure as Garces takes it across the 30. He's got a first down, a Cowboys AC first down. Tick-tock, 145 will stop to move the chains, and here come the Mustangs again.
Yeah, nice little trap blocking up front. Good gash play there. Move the chains again.
Ramirez to the right with Noah Gonzalez. Gamboa is in the slot on the left-hand side. And it's Adrian Garces back there with Morales in the backfield. Fires to over here to the near side. good job of one-on-one tackling in space that time by Chris Avalos, who's having himself a really nice night.
We've had a lot of success with these little swing passes, more so to the left side. But it's been a pretty nice little weapon for these Mustangs, and this is something they worked on all week, Don, to try to get people out of just the run. You know, they're going to chuck it a little bit more tonight than they had in games past, and it looks pretty good.
Saw our Enroll SA band cam there. Ball's out. It's loose. Still loose. Who's got it? Looks like the Mustangs fell back on it, but not before a loss, rather, of about 15, 20 yards.
Well, Aiden Benavides, just can't talk about the hustle. These big guys up front, look, they're blocking. They're up there trying to do the job, and then you see Aiden try to come back into this play. He never quits, and that ball's still loose, and that's a huge play for his offense to get on that football.
Yeah, so now if you're Burbank and you're Wendell Harris, this is really interesting. You got 46 seconds to go. You got all 3 of your timeouts. He just used one of them. And so, you know, here on 3rd down and forever, you can use the other one after 3rd down. You can get the ball back with really good field position with at least a half a minute.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with trying to steal a possession right here. So we'll see, first of all, what Jefferson decides to do here on 3rd down. You know, maybe some sort of screen pass, but again, the one thing you do want to make Burbank do is at least use one of those timeouts right here.
Yeah, if you're Jeff, you just want to get into the half as it is. As we take a flashback on TNL. Throw it again, got the same guy, caught, touchdown, Mustangs.
Another absolute pinpoint pass by Jason Garay.
Told you these teams are rivals, always fun. 3rd down and a mile for Stephen Morellis. They run it inside, and they'll drop him right there with 41 seconds to go, and Wendell Harris burns a timeout. It'll be 4th down and 25. And so Jeff will punt it away, you would think. And again, on the change of possession, if this takes about 5 or 6 seconds, it'll be about half a minute to go. And you'll get a shot at it with, you would think, about 45, 50 yards.
Well, there you see Burbank over there scheming up a little something, drawing some plays in the dirt maybe with their quarterback, Ramiro Salazar, their OC, Coach McCray, over there trying to figure out what to do with these last 38 ticks.
Don't forget, tune into the halftime show. Great bands as always. And remember, the Children's Hospital of San Antonio is giving $5,000 to the best band on TML that all season long. And you decide who that is with your text. If you like Burbank tonight, text band 11 to 44332. Jefferson to band 12 to 44332. The band on TNL that gets the most texts all season long walks away with the $5,000 band grant courtesy of the Children's Hospital of San Antonio. As there's another look at our Enroll SA band cam. And man, I love it when you get the old school band uniforms, the fancy headgear. You know, so many bands have gone to like jeans and a polo shirt. I like that old school military. Look like they're the band from the Citadel or something. It's awesome.
Clean, as you would say.
Very clean. 4th and forever for Jefferson. They get back on side. They throw the flag, so he did not get back. It's not going to be enough, as that clock will stop with 33. They're going to get some yardage to kick this again if they want it. It's not one of those fouls that's an automatic 1st down. They've got 4th and 22, so it'll be 4th and 17 if they want to punt it again.
Yeah, I think you got to punt it again, if nothing else, just to erode a couple of more seconds off the clock.
I thought he may have gotten back clean without touching anybody.
All I know is Viejo wanted to block himself a punt right there, Don.
Yeah, he did. That, to me, if you're Jefferson, that's why you may not want to attempt another punt. You never know what can go wrong here. Snap over the head or something. Instead, it's clean. Gets it away. That ball's shorter Now it gets a Jefferson roll, but the clock is ticking inside of 25 seconds. They down it with 23, and so that works out in Jefferson's favor. Burbank will have to go 51 yards in 23 seconds with no timeouts after they used them all to stop the clock to get the ball back. And we're back in 15 seconds.
Now more than ever, it is important to get the recommended vaccines. You have the power to protect yourself and your family against serious diseases. To learn more, visit covid19.sanantonio.gov or find us on social media using hashtag #DoItForSA.
Chuck, think Wendell Harris has a 50-yard, 23-second offense?
I believe he does. Yes, sir.
Be a lot of out routes with no timeouts. Get 5 or 6 at a time, 3 or 4 seconds at a time. Salazar looking that way. That ball's picked off down the sideline for Jefferson. The Mustangs to the 50, to the 45. They're going to have 13 seconds in very good field position after the play by Johnny Gamboa. He's playing slot receiver, he's playing running back, he's playing corner, and he's got himself a pick.
Yeah, great job just reading the quarterback's eyes all the way. Steps up, cuts off the route. Uses those nice hands, and then that's a pretty darn good return as well.
So Jefferson's got all 3 timeouts. They just only have 13 seconds, and I do not see their favorite receiver, Roland Ramirez, number 11, on the field at this juncture. Instead, they've got Blue Valenzuela split to the right, 3 to the left. Morales looks that way, fires. That ball's caught at the 27-yard line. They'll burn a timeout here. It stops any way to move the sticks with 5 seconds to go.
Well, everybody's All-American Gamboa making another play. How about that? A little jump ball action. 23. He's having himself a ball game.
So they'll only have one play here unless the first one is really quick with a timeout. But what a momentum builder it would be. Really, they've already built it. Nice end of the half with the pick and the reception by Gamboa. But they could really take some momentum into that locker room if they could somehow find a way to get points here.
Yeah, run the same play again.
Morales and Garces trade duties there as the kicker, but they're not even thinking field goal here because it would be about a 45-yarder, 43-yarder. Nobody with that kind of leg. And so they'll go for it here. One play. Noah Gonzalez split right with Blue Valenzuela. Gamboa's in the slot on the left-hand side. He comes in motion, and they'll look to the right. Little hook and ladder action maybe. They fade it to Gamboa, and he's going to be dropped. That'll do it right at the 20-yard line. And that's the end of the half. Jefferson making a game of it late here, stopping a Burbank drive that could have really put it out of reach. Instead, the Bulldogs go to the locker room with a 17-0 lead. Straight ahead, we'll turn it over to Zach Hedrick for the halftime show. The bands, the Scholar athletes, don't go anywhere. It's a great night for football on TNL.
This is Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by Thomas J. Henry and sponsored by Vulcan Materials Company, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, Risa's Dental and Braces, Cowboys AC, South Texas Vocational Tech, Central Med, Enroll SA, the Children's Hospital of San Antonio, San Antonio Metropolitan Health District, San Antonio Sports, Valero, Rhino Roofers, My Collision Center, Air Today Heating and Air Conditioning, Guild Mortgage, Beluga Air, Big City Plumbing, and Monarch Trophy Studio. Welcome to the Bexar County Sheriff's Office Halftime Show.
Hello, I'm Sheriff Javier Salazar, and I hope you're enjoying the Burbank versus Jefferson game this evening. The past few weeks, we've been highlighting all the Sheriff's Office has to offer for graduating seniors who are at least 18 years of age. However, what you may not know is that the BCSO does not have a maximum age limit on those we hire. Earlier today, we kicked off our Boomer campaign. That's right, we want boomers to join the Sheriff's Office. Today, we're featuring 63-year-old Deputy Mark Roderick. He started at the Sheriff's Office when he was 59 years old, and as you'll see, he's doing an absolutely great job as one of our Academy instructors.
My name's Deputy Mark Roderick. I am currently assigned as an instructor at the Training Academy, and I've always had an interest in law enforcement, and I thought that window of opportunity had closed for me until I found out that the Sheriff's Office has no age limit. They said age was not a factor, and if I still desired to do that the opportunity was there for me. But at my age, again, it was a concern, and also I had just come off of having stage 4 cancer in my neck, so I kind of looked at it as a challenge. It made me more determined to accept this challenge because I wanted to prove to myself I could get back from that. I made the bold step to go ahead and give it a shot at my age. By the time I hit the Training Academy, I was already 59 years old. I accepted the challenge, and I'm glad I did.
As you saw for yourself, age is just a number at the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. And just like Deputy Roderick, you too can serve your community by joining the Bexar County Sheriff's Office today. If you or someone you know is ready for a rewarding career in law enforcement, call the BCSO at 210-335-JOBS. It's never too late. And remember, catch the BCSO right here every week on Thursday Night Lights.
Welcome back to the venerable Old Rock Pile Alamo Stadium, where our halftime score is 17-0. The Bulldogs leading the Jefferson Mustangs, but Jefferson building some halftime momentum before the break, so it should be a good second half. Right now, we have the Burbank Bulldog Band on the field. They are led on the field by band director Franklin Foster. He is assisted by April Lara and Dr. Victor Naranjo. The guard instructor is Nicole Sola-Lind, assisted by Morgan Robertson. Marching staff are Lindsay Reese, Caleb Castino, Emily Wynn, and Andrew Sanchez. The drum majors this year are Ricky Herrera and Serenity Roman. This year's band has 65 members, and their UIL show is titled Hypnotize. The band recently won second place and best percussion at the Champion Marching Festival. They also received a superior rating, overall best percussion, guard, marching, and music at the SAISD Showcase. This Saturday, the band will head over to Rutledge Stadium and compete at the U.S. Band's Yamaha Cup Marching Contest. And then on the 16th, next weekend, they will compete at the UIL Marching Contest at Ferris Stadium. Let's listen in to Hypnotize. It's time to vote for the Children's Hospital of San Antonio $5,000 band grant. To vote for the Burbank band, text band 11 to 44332. That's band 11 without any spaces to 44332. You can see all of the texting guidelines over at the CW35.com. Best of luck to the Burbank Bulldog Band at their marching contest this weekend.
San Antonio middle and high school athletes are doing great things for our community. San Antonio Sports and Valero are shining the light on teams who model key values through their action. This week, we salute 2 schools whose community projects demonstrate beyond the game values. Before the school year began, the East Central girls basketball team gave back to their coaches by hosting and serving lunch at their district coaches meeting. During the summer, the Poteet volleyball team mentored, coached, and taught future Aggies the basics of volleyball at the Lady Aggie youth volleyball camps. These athletes demonstrated the beyond the game values of integrity, respect, teamwork, excellence, and community service. San Antonio Sports and Valero salute high school and middle school coaches who inspire their teams to serve others. Parents, teachers, and coaches can nominate teams that go beyond the game. Visit sanantoniosports.org.
You're watching the Bexar County Sheriff's Office Halftime Show.
Welcome back to Alamo Stadium, where the halftime performances continue. At the end of the season, Vulcan Materials Company will present a $10,000 scholarship to one of the student athletes that we feature on TNL this season. Let's meet this week's students. Our scholar athlete for Burbank High School is Chanel Martinez. The team captain of the Bulldog volleyball team has a GPA above 94. What else motivates you to do so well in the classroom?
I'd have to say, without a doubt, in a heartbeat, my family. My family, they are the #1 support system that I have behind me. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional because they've been there through everything.
Chanel began playing volleyball when she was 5. She also has 2 older sisters who played.
When my second older sister was a senior, I was a freshman setting her up. So it was really cool to get that experience with playing with my sister.
Chanel is also a member of the swim team and throws discus for track and field.
My freshman year, I made it to regionals, but nothing more than that. So this year, we're looking to get past regionals.
She volunteers by helping coach middle school volleyball players and also helps out with food bank drives with her teammates.
It's a great experience, like even meeting new people. When we were handing out the food, they were just so grateful for the food, and it was awesome just helping the less fortunate.
Chanel hopes to keep playing volleyball in college and has set her sights on becoming a dietitian.
I would love to go to college out of state. I'm really wanting to move, right? Just to get that whole college experience of living on my own, being independent.
Our scholar athlete from Jefferson High School is Joseph Gonzalez. The senior offensive lineman ranks 2nd in his graduating class with a GPA of 101.1.
I feel like I have an obligation to my parents because they've both worked so hard for me to have the opportunities I have, and I feel like I owe it to them to do the best I can.
Joseph first started playing football in middle school because of his younger brother.
He wouldn't hurt a fly, so I joined the team just to make sure that he was all right, and I fell in love with the game.
Joseph is part of the International Baccalaureate, or IB program, which includes some of the most rigorous courses offered at Jefferson.
Out of all the opportunities in San Antonio, I'm the most prepared for college through IB.
Off the gridiron, Joseph stays busy as a member of the Student Council and National Honor Society. He's the team captain for the academic decathlon team and is the president of the Haynes Service Club.
We promote the well-being of, first of all, our members as well as our community.
In his spare time, Joseph enjoys playing the guitar.
I have a classical, an acoustic, and an electric. I kind of like to play both, all 3, just depending on my mood.
After graduation, he would like to attend the University of Michigan or University of Texas. He wants to major in psychology.
Well, I want to be a sports psychologist, actually. My dream job is being the NFL sports psychologist for the Ravens.
Who is Vulcan Materials Company? You see our trucks on roads all over San Antonio and the surrounding area. But what do we do? Well, our story began over 100 years ago, and today we are the nation's largest producer of aggregates. That's stone, sand, and gravel. Plus, we produce construction-based materials including asphalt and ready-mixed concrete, the stuff to build the roads you travel, the schools your kids attend, and the homes you live in. Everywhere you look, you will see our footprint. Our story is one built on the talent, dedication, and performance of our employees. Hardworking San Antonians just like you. Our mission is to be responsible stewards with respect to the safety and environmental impact of our operations and products. In other words, we want to be your good neighbor, doing the right thing, the right way, all the time. The Vulcan way. Who are we? We're the ones helping to build a rock-solid future in San Antonio. Vulcan Materials Company, proud sponsor of Thursday Night Lights and Scholar Athletes.
You're watching the Bexar County Sheriff's Office Halftime Show.
Welcome back to Alamo Stadium. We're getting closer to the start of the second half, and right now the Jefferson High School Marching Band and their Spirit Squads on the field for their halftime performance. The Jefferson High School Marching Band, made up of 163 members this year, and is led onto the field by head director Jonathan Morelez. He is assisted by Robert Villanueva and Jared Delgado. Percussion instructors this year are Felix Flores and Mike Gomez. The color guard instructor is Claudia Quiroz. This year's drum majors are Clarissa Ramos, Warren Rogers, and Ariana Cotto. The Mustang Band is proud to present the 2021 marching show titled Requiem, Remorse, Rejoice, featuring the music of Mozart, Billie Eilish, and Gustav Mahler. The music is arranged by Ron Ellis, the director of bands for UTSA. Last month, the Mustang Marching Band competed at the East Central Marching Invitational and brought home second place in the San Antonio division. On Tuesday, they competed at the SAISD Marching Showcase, and Malachi England on his trombone received an award for Outstanding Soloist. Coming up on the 16th next weekend, the band will also compete at the UIL Region 29 contest at Ferris Stadium. Let's listen in to the Mustang Marching Band. Good luck to the Jefferson Marching Band this weekend. To vote for the Jefferson Band for that Children's Hospital of San Antonio $5,000 band grant, text Band 12 to 44332. That's Band 12 without spaces to 44332. Complete texting guidelines, visit the CW35.com. Thanks to the Children's Hospital of San Antonio for sponsoring this year's $5,000 band grant. Stick with us right after this. Chuck and Don get you ready for the second half.
Welcome back. Time for our Taco Cabana halftime highlights. Jefferson Mustangs moved the ball down the field the first quarter, but Burbank came up with an interception to put them in business, and it has been the Andrew Buentel show. He went in on a little keeper from a couple of yards out. That made it 7-0. They went up 14-0 when Salazar found him again for a receiving touchdown. Arturo Martinez added a field goal in between. Looked like Burbank was going to score late in the half. Salazar was picked off. Nice job by that Jefferson D. And that is where we stand right now after the Johnny Gamboa interception. 17-0 Bulldogs. Coming back with the second half from Alamo Stadium on TNL after this. Welcome back to Alamo Stadium. TNL from the Rock Pile on a Thursday night. Get ready for second half action. Burbank Bulldogs running onto the field as we take a look at our halftime stats. And Chuck, as you break these down, what jumps out at you?
Well, I like the fact that, Jefferson's gotten some things accomplished tonight. We talked about how hard it's been for them to score touchdowns this year, and that was one of the goals tonight. Pick up some first downs, and they're hanging around in that particular category. They created a turnover tonight. They've done some really good things. Again, one of those penalties, they haven't had many of them, but it seems like when they've had theirs, they've just been soul crushers in terms of stopping drives. So Jefferson's done some really nice things. Burbank's been kind of methodical, but yet Jefferson's still kind of hanging around. You feel like if they can get one play or two, we might have ourselves a ball game here in the second half.
Great job by Zach Hedrick and those marching bands on the halftime show, and now getting ready to kick it back off here for second half action. Great shots by our camera crew as you look at the Tower of the Americas downtown. Boy, just a fantastic view, a beautiful night. If you step out there, nice breeze blowing, and again, Alamo Stadium, up here at the press box level, you get the best view of downtown San Antonio anywhere around. It's just gorgeous.
We may have to hit the St. Mary's Strip after this. we're right here. May as well take advantage.
Is it still there?
Oh, yeah.
La Playa?
I don't know. I don't think La Playa is still there. Man,
You're taking me back to the...
You went in the Wayback Machine.
89, 90.
Or you go to the zoo. I'll go to the Strip.
I'm not going to the zoo. Tycoon Flats, was that down there? Is that still there?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, the stories of La Playa and the St. Mary's Strips around the late 80s.
You had to live it, Don Harris. You had to live it.
Let's move on. It's our Rhino Roofers little pooch kick second half kickoff, and that's going to go out of bounds. And can't blame the Jefferson Mustangs for wanting to keep it away from their electric returners as we go down to the sidelines and Zach Hedrick.
Thanks, Don. Spoke with both coaches coming out of the locker room, and Chuck, you kind of mentioned Coach Cardenas says that, hey, we make a few tackles, take away some penalties, and this is a 7-0 game. Over on the Burbank side, Coach Harris says that they're going to try and speed things up in the second half, run the ball a little bit more, but Coach Cardenas says that, hey, a couple more plays and we're in this ball game. Guys?
He's got a lot to be optimistic about. Let's see if his defense can get a stop here, first possession of the second half.
I mean, again, they changed some things up on offense this week. They know that they're going to go with some younger quarterbacks tonight because of injury. And they've done some really nice things. So is that guy, by the way.
Ramiro Salazar having a night, 7 of 12 for 111 yards, 1 touchdown. And here we go, first down and 10 from the 40-yard line. Got a man in motion, hands to Cortez. Nice job coming up from his defensive end spot, making a linebacker. That's Hector Munoz, 45, who got in there and tripped him up after a gain of about 1.5 yards.
Another sophomore making a big play. Again, both of these teams fairly young in a lot of spots. Viejo's had a great year, and again, just a sophomore. Some of these Burbank defenders making an impact already.
Second down and 8. Salazar milking that play clock. Buenteo makes a great catch. Oh, they're going to call it incomplete. He stayed with it for a long time. It's on the far sideline. I thought he had brought it in.
Yeah, I thought
great effort.
If at first you don't succeed, right?
Yeah, he kind of juggled it all the way down to the ground. I guess he didn't hang on. Javier Puente providing pressure. He's one of our Beluga Air player profiles. Captain of that Mustang defense. Senior. Sets up third down. And again, the Bulldogs going right at the gun on that play clock. Salazar rolling out, cutting back. He's in trouble. Can he keep his feet? He does. Circles all the way back, cuts it inside, loses yardage. Boy, he took him on a ride, didn't he? Mustangs stay at home and make the play. It'll be fourth down, and the Burbank punt team runs out.
A really good job again by these Jefferson Mustangs rallying to the football. And Ramiro Salazar is a handful. And I'm going to tell you what, Don. Alex Slaughter, the senior, that kid has got a rubber leg. 31. Man, and he get all kinds of tangled up, but he popped right back up and ran off the field.
All right, so it's fourth down, and they'll punt it away. High snap over his head, but whistles. And we've got a false start on Burbank. And that might be a good thing for the Bulldogs.
Right. That was about to be a big play for Jefferson, or at least an opportunity to make a big play.
Take a look at Coach Wendell Harris, who's done a nice job with these young men over at Burbank.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Back up Martinez to the 20. He'll punt it away here. Good kick. Takes a hop, and it continues. What a roll. Inside the 20, all the way down to the 16-yard line. And we're back in 15.
Now more than ever, it is important to get the recommended vaccines. You have the power to protect yourself and your family against serious diseases. To learn more, visit covid19.sanantonio.gov or find us on social media using hashtag #DoItForSA.
Statistician extraordinaire Nikki Funky Cole Medina with the 55, telling us it's a 55-yarder. That's a nice punt for Arturo Martinez. Here's Jefferson for the first time tonight. Garces has it. Head to the 22-yard line. Nice gain of about 4 here on first down. You were saying about Coach Wendell Harris.
Yeah, I was just going to say, he's been with the program for a while now. He was their defensive coordinator before he took over the reins last year. And you can imagine, you're taking over the head coaching job in everything that 2020 brought. I mean, not ideal to have your first year being a head coach. I don't care how much you know about your own kids. Having to go through a year like 2020.
So many coaches had to go through that. That was just, and when you're a first-year coach, Mark Soto did such a great job over at Johnson in his first year as well. Ron Riddiman over at Alamo Heights. It's not easy to implement a culture and a program when having to do Zoom calls to meet your kids. So they hand it off inside. Garces, he's still fighting forward and does a good job to pick up about 5. It's the Reese's Dental Braces Smile Cam. Check out some of the faithful out here tonight.
Jefferson 20, third down and 7.
Again, those band and spirit group uniforms for Jefferson on point.
Yeah, and their uniforms look good too. I'm surprised you haven't made a bigger deal about that tonight.
I was gonna wait.
Okay, you can wait.
I think there's no secret that the Jefferson uniforms are worth commenting on tonight. Little bubble screen caught. Good job defensively by Burbank. A whole pack of Bulldogs there to bring him down.
Fourth down and 7 from the 20.
Johnny Gamboa on the reception. That's fourth down and long, and Morales will stand at his own 10-yard line and punt away back to Burbank.
As Burbank defense has done an outstanding job tonight, obviously. You take a look up and, you know, they're breezing through the third quarter now and still no points on the board for Jefferson.
Morales with one off the side of his foot. Stays in bounds. Hit the sideline almost and then took a sharp left turn and gets across midfield. Jefferson will down it there. Burbank will have it when we come back.
Closed captioning for tonight's game is sponsored by Guild Mortgage. Tonight's Facebook live stream is sponsored by Enroll SA.
We're back. Salazar and the Bulldogs have a 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. All the way across is Cortez. He's got a big gain all the way to the 45-yard line. That's Matthew Cortez, the junior. Across the 40 down to about the 37. I'll move the sticks. And that's a South Texas Votech 1st down and a big gashing play for that Burbank offensive line.
Wendell Harris said this week that they really wanted to get Cortez the ball a little bit more tonight, but he said one thing about this guy is he kind of creeps on you. You know, you go to sleep and then all of a sudden he gashes you for a quick hitter and a big chunk of yardage.
Little option pitch. Buenteo's got it. He's going to run out of bounds at the 35. That'll set up 2nd down and 5.
A little play design there, a little slide and glide.
I like the way they mix it up. They've got some, 3 or 4 really good athletes running the football, catching the football. Buenteo, Cortez, and Salazar, and they do a nice job of keeping the defense off balance by using them all in different ways. Buenteo's going to throw it. Got a man down there, and it's picked off. Nice zone coverage. Is that the 2nd of the night?
Yep.
It is. Still on his feet across the 45. Johnny Gamboa with his 2nd pick of the night.
You're going to send him to Canton all in one evening. This guy's doing it on offense and coming up with some huge plays on the defensive end. Just, again, reading the quarterback's eyes or even the impromptu quarterback's eyes. Coming up and making a play, and then little dirt devil on the return as well.
He's a player. He's doing a good job of just sitting back there. I don't think Buenteo ever saw him. So the Mustangs back in business. Their own 45-yard line, 1st down. 7:06 here to go in the 3rd. There's a loss on the play. Flag flies. Chris Avalos, who we've called so many times tonight, came up and made the play.
Yeah, I mean, just read it all the way from a safety position. TFL.
But they're going to call offsides on Burbank, so it'll be a gain. And Jefferson needed that one as they ran Roland Ramirez on the reverse. First time in a long time we've seen Ramirez targeted with the football coming into the game. He was one of their leading players, 10 carries for 130 yards. Receptions rather. Here he goes again. They do it at the same thing, and he turns it up for a nice gain of about 3. And it'll be 2nd down and about, we'll call it 3.
Viejo again, one of the guys on the tackles. Joe Klein, another sophomore, but boy, they really think he's going to be special. He already pretty much is. His 2nd year playing high school football.
Gamboa comes in motion. They pitch it to Garces. He cuts it back up. Short of the 1st down. It'll be 3rd down and 1. Jefferson trying to make the most of their opportunities here after Johnny Gamboa doing a good job getting a couple of extra possessions by coming up with interceptions. Down 17-0 this part of the field. You'd think it would be 2 down territory. We're here with just a half a yard to go. They pitch it to Garces. That one's going backwards, though. And that changes everything. Golly, is Chris Avalos good at blowing that up. That's his second on this possession. He's been everywhere tonight.
Yeah, tried to stretch it outside there on 3rd and short, and 15 having none of it. It's your basic run blitz, overload one side, 15 cleaning up that nicely.
What happened to the good old days of a Moose Johnson type fullback where you pound it? Mustangs could use a player like that. Every team could use a player like that these days. I get the spread offense, man, but I'm old school. And is there a yard to go? Get a yard. That punt is, again, another great hop for Jefferson. It's going to go inside the 10. Burbank will have to start at their own 9-yard line. We'll take it to break. Burbank on top, 17-0. Welcome back. It's our Enroll SA band cam, and Jefferson band having fun. You never know that they were down 17-0. It's a party out here at the Rock Pile.
Yeah, great night for football. Got everybody involved. Good time out here at the Pile of Rocks.
South Texas Votech first down. Ball is almost a 3rd pick for Johnny Gamboa. You see that?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, man, I almost had another one.
Man, another good play design by the Burbank offense. And almost a gift for Johnny G. Oh, man, if that thing just deflects a couple of feet the other way, I think 23 takes it back to the house.
So 2nd down and 10. They hand it to Cortez. He's got some space, and he's tackled inbounds, so the clock will continue to run as we'll get close to inside of 4 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. It'll be 3rd down and about 5.
Good job by Matthew Cortez right there, breaking through the leg tackle. Jefferson's had guys in places to make plays. Sometimes the offensive player's just been an inch or two better.
So here's 3rd down for the Bulldogs and Salazar. 2 receivers split left, 1 to the far right. Cortez in the backfield with him as he's kind of trying to track down his coaches to make sure he's got the right play called. When Theo goes in motion, hand up the middle to Cortez, and Cortez dives for the stick. He's going to have it. They're going to move the chains, and that's going to be the South Texas Votech first down. Chuck, you know our producer extraordinaire, Chris Coffis, always does his research for games like this. And I've been in San Antonio 40 years. I thought I knew a lot about Burbank High School. I knew it opened in 1937, but did you know that when it opened, it was originally called the Steve's Gardens Junior and Senior High School. And it was only school in San Antonio with a full agricultural program on a 75-acre farm.
Don, there are a lot of things in this world I know, and there are a lot of things in this world I know that I don't know. Yeah. That was one of those things that I did not know.
I did not know. But I've got one for Chris Kotfus because he didn't give it to us. You know, Jefferson's got that great list of alumni, including #1 draft pick Tommy Nobis, Jim Lehrer from the McNeil Lehrer Report on PBS.
Shoot, our buddy Laura Nugent-Brower-Groff.
Oh, heck yeah. All of San Antonio Sports Hall of Famer. Lots of famous Jefferson Mustang alums. As this one comes to the near side. Cortez across the 40. Nice run there. That'll move the sticks all the way to the 43-yard line. Not listed on Chris Kotfus's news and notes, even though we've got, Kyle Rote, former Mayor Ed Garza, and Henry B. Gonzalez. Did you know that Robert Curl's name is Robert Floyd Curl?
I did not know that.
That's the street.
Right. Okay.
Nobel Prize winner.
Wait a second. I didn't know that Jim Lehrer was from here.
Jim Lehrer went to Jefferson High School. But you know who else went to Jefferson High School who's not on the list? The former host of Password, and the password is snap to Salazar, fires on the slant, incomplete. Betty White's former husband, Alan Ludden, 70s game show host.
Get the heck out of here.
went to Jefferson High School.
I did not know that.
I didn't either, but I saw it this week. I always thought Floyd Curl was a street that curled, that was named after a guy named Floyd. Instead, it's Robert Floyd Curl is his name.
Well, shouldn't we change the name of the street
to Robert Floyd Curl Way?
You know, I think we should do the guy justice, unless he was really just went by Floyd Curl and that was that.
I guess. I thought it was the shape of the street was why it was called Curl. So you learn something new every day.
You sure do.
I knew that Jefferson was on the cover of like Life magazine as the nation's most beautiful architectural high school in the 50s.
Now, I came out here to do a football game, and instead I got a history lesson.
There you go. Chris Kotfus. That's why he's the best in the business.
Man, you got that right. Saw our good friend Ricky down there tonight, too.
I also know that you know better than anybody the great basketball alum from Burbank. That ball flies incomplete. Notre Damer, the late, great Gilbert Salinas.
Not late, he's still around.
Is he?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, living well. I just saw him in Phoenix.
Oh, okay, my bad.
And, dude, talk about cheating death. That guy looks like he's 30 years old. Yeah, he has, he owns a...
Oh, okay. I was confused.
A hearing aid place.
Really?
He's
in
a
Arizona?
nice business. Yeah.
Okay, 6'11", Gilbert Salinas.
Yeah, he just got inducted into the San Antonio Sports Hall of the San Antonio ISD Hall of Fame.
Oh, nice. Okay.
A couple years ago.
Nice fair catch there, and we'll head to break. Jefferson will have it at the 25 as we tick down towards the end of the third quarter. Oh, pep rally time over at Jefferson High School. Look at the lassos. Look at that. They just don't go out there with pom-poms. They've got skills. Love the pomp and circumstance of high school football. Scenes like that in gyms and campuses all over town every single week. That's great.
How do they do that?
Lessons.
Man, I think that would be kind of cool. You whip that out of the party. You'd be the absolute stud of your party if you could do that.
Chuck, I'm sure when you move into the assisted living place, they're going to have lasso lessons on Fridays.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Which would, by the way, will probably be within the next 6 months.
All right, get back on track here. First down and 10, 51 seconds to go. Jefferson's got the football down 17-zip. Inside handoff. Garces brace a tackle across the 30. Nice running. Bit of running right there before he's finally dropped. Take a look at our Monarch trophies. They'll go to the winning team and the player of the game tonight. Our thanks to Monarch Trophy. Been with TNL since the very beginning. Got trophy needs, plaques for your business, awards, anything, give them a call, 344-3777. That's Monarch Trophy or mtsawards.com. Second and short after that nice run by Garces. Ramirez goes in motion. They give it again to Garces, and it's going to get blown up every single time by Chris Avalos on that little stretch play. It's just not working tonight, and Avalos, he is reading that perfectly. He's probably got 4 tackles for loss tonight. And that is the end of the third quarter. So Burbank in control. Jefferson's got the football. It'll be third down for the Mustangs on the other end when we come back. Basildua looking reversed. Bouchemay. Basildua's up with a block for him. Bouchemay to the 10. Bouchemay. Touchdown Burbank. Just like they drew it up. Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter here at Alamo Stadium. And a third down and 6 for the Jefferson Mustangs. And under pressure, Morales just gets rid of it. He's hit after he throws, but it was a clean play, and so the Mustangs will kick it away deep in their own territory. It'll be 4th down. Or will they? Now they'll run out the punt team. Morales, remember, does serve as their punter, so he's still out there. Ball is incomplete, so the clock stops at 11:56. We assume he's going to punt it. They're lined up in a passing formation. He gets away a low liner, big hop, still bouncing. Boy, he's the master at that. It's fielded and then down inside the 20 by Burbank. Lots of whistles. Johnny Alvarado fielded that punt, but
nice job tilting the field again.
Again, a nice net there. So we take a look at Dalen Miller of the Burbank Bulldogs. Basketball player, track, 2-year starter on football, plays wide receiver. Made a couple nice plays as a DB tonight.
Yep, done a really good job in coverage. Burbank's got some players.
So the Bulldogs will start on their own 20-yard line after another punt of 46 yards. Salazar going to keep it himself, runs to the right, up the middle, got one man to beat. It's him and Gamboa down the sideline, and Gamboa pushes him out, but not before after a huge gain all the way down to the Jefferson 40-yard line. Showing some speed there by Salazar. Or was that our man Buenteo again? Not bad. Keep fooling me with these quarterbacks.
Oh, it doesn't matter, right? Because this guy, he's going to catch it, he's going to run it, and when he gets it, he's going to probably make a big play.
Yeah, and he's the player of the game nominee #1 right now. Kind of just changed positions as he hands it to Cortez this time. There's 3 guys to keep an eye out on, 5, 16, and 9. And that time it was Cortez.
Yeah, my man Alex Slaughter making a play right there. I'm telling you, Don, if you could have seen the last play of Burbank's last possession, man, I thought that kid's knee was completely wrecked, but it must be built of some sort of super glue with elasticity not known or not common to man. I mean, just an unbelievable play that he was able to get up and still in there making plays.
Inside handoff, fighting ahead for another 2 or 3, and by the time it's all over, it may be more than that. Matthew Cortez on the carry, and boy, he got some extra yardage after contact there, which sets up 3rd down and a short one, half a yard maybe. Whistles here as we have a pre-snap timeout taken by Jefferson, and we'll take it with him. Jefferson trying to get back in it. Burbank trying to put the nail in the coffin. 10:15 to play here, up 17-0. We're back just in time for this 3rd and 1 snap. Andrew Buenteo taking it for the Bulldogs. He'll run it straight ahead. Just sheer will and power picks up the 1st down. Nothing there. Jefferson did a good job of closing it down, but Buenteo just rugged, breaking a couple tackles.
I thought he was stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Next thing you know, it looks like he's rolling over a defender and
he thought
taking it to the house.
He thought he was never down. It's Cowboys AC 1st down. He comes out. Salazar now running the show at QB, at least we think, if they snap it to him. They do. The new ball carrier on the night as they hand off to Jason Sanchez, Jr., getting his 1st carry tonight.
And these Jefferson defenders have done a pretty good job tonight overall, wouldn't you say?
I think they've been very competitive, very competitive. Like their coach said, it could easily be a 7-0 ball game without a couple penalties and a couple of turnover. Cortez off left tackle, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Now we got a little tempers flaring. All right, so uniforms are, Chuck, you ready?
Yeah, I was ready like 3 hours ago.
This is a college football non-conference Week 2 game between SMU and Oklahoma State.
Okay. I like the analogy.
I love
Personal foul. Jefferson, number 33, after the play.
couple things about the uniforms tonight. First of all, I love the copycat SMU scheme. Nothing wrong with it. I'm waiting for Eric Dickerson or Craig James to run out there. Classic SMU helmet, classic jersey, good font, Mustangs across the front, plain white pants. That's just a really nice look for Jefferson. Burbank, great stripes on the legs. I think their helmet's a little confusing. I'd like to take a closer look at the helmet logo. It doesn't quite pop enough like the Mustang does. Maybe you got to go black on orange there. It kind of gets lost. But the striping on the pants is runaway winner for me for the Burbank uni.
Didn't Burbank used to have the bold B, the Boston Bruiny B?
That's Brennan.
I know, but didn't they have something similar? I've
Maybe.
seen their baseball hats that Burbank has. I was trying to see if I could get a coach to give me one of those on the way out the door.
They'd probably be better
Pregame
served
stuff.
by going that route. That's a Georgia Bulldog kind of looking face that kind of blends in the orange on orange. It just doesn't quite pop off enough, but
And I saw the coaches, too, for Jefferson. They have the little TJ hats on. Are very nice. The baseball caps are sweet.
Jefferson's clean, man. That's a clean look. Thumbs up to both from the uniforms are this week.
Yeah, I thought you were going to unearth us like in the third quarter. And I was thinking, this is like kind of opening up your Christmas presents before Halloween.
So
it's probably good that we waited till the
It's a ratings play. The viewers, they can't wait for it, and they stick around, They're never going to leave until they hear what the uniforms are has to say. So we just string them out to keep the viewership for longer periods of time.
All right, fair enough.
Seriously, if you're the one guy who likes the uniforms are, send me an email.
Don Blackwell.
Oh, we're going to get a field goal attempt. 30-yarder here. Arturo Martinez, I told you about him earlier. He's got a 32-yarder tonight. He's got 4 or 5 on the year. This is in his range by far. Good kick, high enough, long enough.
Look like a pro.
Right down the middle. That could have gone 45. Arturo Martinez adding 3 more. It's 20-0 Burbank with 6:33 to play. Hey, check it out. It's our Enroll SA band cam over at Burbank High School, the dance team. Band in full swing, having a great time. Man, I love everything about extracurriculars around high school football. Good stuff. Brings back lots of great memories, all those pep rallies. Get all the student body involved. Congratulations to all the kids in all these endeavors, cheerleading and spirit groups, band members, not just the athletes. That's a flag for advancing a fair catch.
Well, that's what I was talking to Coach Eddie about this week. Is like, things haven't gone our way, but he goes, man, what a treat, right? We get to play on TV. Our guys get to show everybody what they're all about, show some fight. And not many kids, as he aptly pointed out, will get this opportunity. So just super grateful, extra little pep in your step this week. A little more sense of purpose, knowing that you're going to be given this opportunity. So, and, they haven't disappointed. They've put up quite a fight here tonight.
You know, it's always amazed me. I think it's one of the most best parts of Jefferson High School in their storied history. As we talked about being one of the nation's top schools back in the 50s and producing people like Tommy Novus, Jim Lair, and others. Everybody I've ever known who went to Jefferson, and most of these people now are in their 50s and 60s, our former weather guy, Mike Hernandez, so proud of being a Jefferson Mustang. If you ever run into somebody who went to Jefferson, the first thing they'll tell you is, yeah, I went to Jefferson back with so-and-so and so.
Right.
And my dentist, Mike Hernandez, so many people who went to Jeff. There's just a lot of pride about being a Jefferson Mustang. One of the great, legendary, historic schools in San Antonio. Also opened in the 30s, I believe. .6:30 here to go in the fourth quarter. Morales has it. Hands inside. Way big hole up the middle. Garces across the 35 down to the 38-yard line. Nice big hole for him. He's had a nice night.
Indeed he has. And again, we'll talk about those guys up front. Eric Morales, their captain who came over from the defensive side. And Jacob Lopez, Ryan Vasquez on the right side, Roger Garcia and Joey Chavez on the left. They've had a couple of nice crease jobs here in this football game tonight.
I know we probably leaning which way we're leaning for our player of the game, and no secret, Andrew Buenteos had a big game with a couple of touchdowns. But if you were to give it to a defensive player, that Chris Avalos has really popped tonight, number 15. He has been all over the field making tackles, including a number for loss. Looks like he's coming off the edge again here as Ramirez catches it. Nice ball. Ramirez taking 4 Bulldogs with him all the way inside the 40 down to the 35-yard line. Nice throw and catch there by the Mustangs.
Peter Peralta, the sophomore, with 5 catches for 65 yards coming into this one. Runs a really nice route. And yeah, you can see this guy's got some size.
First down. Fires it out to the right-hand side. That's a new receiver for the Mustangs. Evan Quintero with his first catch of the night.
Yeah, Don, it was Roland Ramirez, the senior, who's got the good size. Get my eyes checked.
Second catch of the night.
Yeah, he came into this game with 10 catches for 130. He's also a track guy, too. So apologies, Roland. Don't come looking for after the game. You're bigger than I am.
Jefferson trying to get off to Schneid. Still 4:33 to get on the scoreboard here. Down 17 zip. Second down and 3. They fire it out again. Another nice catch and another first down. Evan Quintero, his third grab.
It was a great tackle there too, wasn't it?
And now they're going to take an official timeout as we may have an injured Mustang.
Carlos Aguirre making the play. The juniors played both sides of the ball.
One of the big guys having a hard time limping off. Jefferson. That's Joseph Gonzalez, the senior. He's all right. He's just kind of banged up. Tough guy. Brought him to his knees, but he's going to get up and walk it off. First down for the Mustangs. 4:18 to play here in a game that's been closer than the score indicates. Again, Jefferson's been scoreless in 3 of their 5 ball games coming in, so they'd love to get on the board here. now we've got another timeout. We'll take it with them. Burbank calling timeout on the defensive side. 4:03 to play. Burbank up 20-0. Welcome back. It's time for the My Collision Center collision of the game, and that was Ivan Vasquez of Burbank with the nice quarterback pressure on Steven Morales. Morales trying to get his Mustangs in the end zone and on the scoreboard with 4:03 to play.
Yeah, Morales has popped right back up after getting planted. I mean, this guy's sophomore future looks pretty good.
Throws to Ramirez, that's incomplete. That'll stop the clock just under 4 minutes. It'll be second down. So he looks to the sideline to Coach Eddie Cardenas to try to get the play call here. 3 receivers to his left, including a couple guys who've had a nice night. Johnny Gamboa on both sides of the ball. Noah Gonzalez looking that way. A little hitch and go for Ramirez, and he's got it at the 12. Still on his feet, fighting back. Still on his feet, going backwards, and now he'll be held up. They actually blew it forward progress down at the 14.
And Roland's going wide. Over here fighting and juking and duking. Yeah, that was a heck of an effort right there.
So that means 3rd and a half yard. Clock tick tick inside of 3:30. Jefferson trying to get on the board. We've got a really good shot at it here. Garces met at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got it. In fact, he barely got back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to set up 4th down and almost 2. He lost a half a yard on that play.
Burbank doing a great job of stuffing it up. Now we'll see what happens on 4th down.
Short of 2 yards, long 1.5 yards on 4th down. Whatever you do, don't string it out towards Chris Avalos. Morales is going to throw the slant, and it's incomplete on 4th down. He had Gamboa, and he led him over the middle, and that'll turn it over on downs, and now the Burbank Bulldogs will just run out the clock.
It's a heck of a performance, Steven Morales.
We're back in 15 seconds.
Now more than ever, it is important to get the recommended vaccines. You have the power to protect yourself and your family against serious diseases. To learn more, visit covid19.sanantonio.gov or find us on social media using hashtag #DoItForSA.
All right, so for the 4th time in 6 games, Jefferson's going to go scoreless. But again, you know, I made some assumptions about this team on paper. They're better than they look, and they're not far away. They're young, and the Jefferson Mustangs are going to be a team that grows here in the coming years. A lot of sophomores playing for them in all kinds of positions. They've got some talent. This Steven Morales quarterback is only a sophomore. Gamboa, who really popped tonight, and Gonzalez are just juniors. So a lot to like for the future, and this experience is invaluable that they're getting this year.
No question. And then for Burbank, I mean, this is a huge ball game that they just got tonight. This puts them right in the thick of that playoff race.
At Recess Dental Embraces Smile Cam is Salazar and Cortez and company will put this one to bed. Going across the 30 is Cortez. Clock stops momentarily, move the chains, and now we're back and rolling. Wendell Harris showed this a little earlier tonight. Even at the start of the 3rd quarter, he's got no problem bleeding that play clock all the way down to 0. We've got 16 on it right now as it ticks down. he'll let it get all the way to 3 or 2 before he snaps it. 3 to snap it now, 2, 1. Snap it right at the play clock, hand to Cortez. He gets the corner. Gamboa's gonna stretch him out. He goes out of bounds, and that'll stop it. Nope, they'll run it. They say he was forced out right there, so clock will stop to move the chains, and it's time for our Big City Plumbing play of the night. It's that first quarter interception by Aguirre. That kind of set the tone for how this one would go for the rest of the night. Jefferson was on the move early in this ball game, and that kind of stole the momentum away from Jefferson, gave it to Burbank, and that is our Big City Plumbing play of the night. And now Jeff will take a timeout with 34 seconds to go, and they're just gonna do this to get some personnel in. 45's a little banged up, so he'll run out. Burbank will go to 4-3 and 3-2 overall, and boy, that really opens it up with Brack, Edison, Lanier, Highlands, Burbank, and Memorial. I think Sam Houston probably still not out of it quite yet, but a really crowded race for those playoff spots in 13-5A.
Yeah, Brack, we knew was going to be good. Edison, they've been a little bit of a surprise, but they've been a little bit of a slow build over there too. Lanier finally had their first loss. I mean, this district, there's some teams right up there at the top that are pretty darn good. And Burbank's going to have a lot to say in the end as well.
Nice defensive way to end it for Jefferson. Coming up to make the tackle is the man who just ran in there, Elijah Martinez, and boy, he's had a nice night. Both sides of the ball, playing left tackle, playing linebacker, and that'll do it. 25 seconds on the play clock and only 10 ticks left, so they'll shake hands, and when we come back, we'll have our Monarch Trophy Player of the Game, and we'll hand the championship TNL trophy to that man right there, Wendell Harris, who gets another big district win. Congratulations to Ed Cardenas and those Jefferson Mustangs. Good showing on TNL, but it's the Burbank Bulldogs tonight who get the W. We'll send it down to Zach Hedrick and have our post-game festivities when we come back here to Alamo Stadium.
This is Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights, presented by Thomas J. Henry and sponsored by Vulcan Materials Company, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, Risa's Dental and Braces, Cowboys AC, South Texas Vocational Tech, Central Med, Enroll SA, the Children's Hospital of San Antonio, San Antonio Metropolitan Health District, San Antonio Sports, Valero, Rhino Roofers, My Collision Center, Air Today Heating and Air Conditioning, Guild Mortgage, Beluga Air, Big City Plumbing, and Monarch Trophy Studio. Thanks for watching the Thursday Night Lights pregame show. Stay tuned for tonight's first half kickoff.
All right, the Burbank Bulldogs are the victors tonight, 20-0. Let's send it down to Zach Hedrick, who's with the winners.
Thanks, Don. Yeah, here with the Burbank Bulldogs, victors of the IB Bowl tonight, guys. Congrats. How did that feel? Hey, our player of the game tonight, he was all over the field tonight, making plays both in the rushing and passing game. Andrew Buenteo, 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving, 1 rushing. Sir, our player of the game, congrats. Andrew, you guys were clicking all over the field tonight. What was working for y'all? What was the execution like?
Well, honestly, we started the week off. We had some team bonding going, and this belongs to my teammates as much as it does to me. We all work as a team, and we just get the job done.
Well, very humble answer, sir. We love to hear it. So, tell us about this IB Bowl. You know, this is always a fun matchup. You know, lots of history between you guys. What's it like to come out with a W tonight?
we just treat it as another game, just handle business and get the dub that we want all the time.
Well, Andrew, great game tonight, man. We're going to let you get back and celebrate with your teammates while we bring Coach Harris up here. He's got Coach Harris has got his hands full with one trophy already. You see the Ivy Bowl right there. Coach, congrats. We'll let you hold that one, too. Coach, you guys were clicking in all three phases of the game tonight. Just how'd that feel?
Oh, it feels amazing. It feels amazing that we're coming out here. I'm just happy, so happy for the guys, so happy for our staff here. I mean, Burbank, thank you. Thank you for everything. We're just come out of the ball. We're just excited to do everything we have to do.
Coach, with tonight, moved to 3-2, right in the thick of it, a 13-5A. How does this set you guys up for the back half of the schedule?
No, that's what we say at Tunnel Vision. We need to take one game at a time. Again, we put it back in the mist. We're back in the mist. We had two fallbacks the last two games, but we're back in it. We're back in the hunt.
Well, Coach Harris, thank you so much. Congrats on the win tonight. We'll let you guys celebrate and have fun. Good luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Hey, let's go.
Nice, back up to y'all.
I like the fact that the dogs are barking. We'll wrap it up with all our highlights and the rest of the post-game show when we come back.
Welcome to the Taco Cabana Thursday Night Lights postgame show, presented by Thomas J. Henry.
Welcome back, 20-0, our final score here at Alamo Stadium as we get out of here with a look at our Taco Cabana game time highlights. Chuck kind of set the tone early, did the Burbank Bulldogs with that interception by Aguirre.
Yeah, it was a great play on the back end, creating an opportunity for that Burbank offense, and then when they got the ball, they did not mess around, especially early on. Our MVP scored and then scored again.
A couple of times, a rushing touchdown, a receiving touchdown for Andrew Buenteo. It was 17-0 for a long stretch in this ballgame. And tip of the cap to Arturo Martinez, who had a couple of field goals tonight. He's been perfect all season, 21 of 21 from PATs. He's made his field goals, and Jefferson kept fighting. Big game from Gamboa. He had a couple of Oskies for the Mustangs, but it wasn't quite enough as we take a look at our final stats.
Yeah, not too much separated these two teams tonight, but obviously early on in this football game, Jefferson had a couple of penalties, Don, that really wrecked drives, and they gave up a couple of plays and then had a couple of bad breaks go against them. But overall, very competitive ball game from Jefferson tonight. Burbank, just the better ball club.
Not gonna have many chances with 68 total yards in modern day high school football, but tip of the cap to Coach Eddie and his squad. Next week, it's Stevens and Taft, the Raiders in the T&L top 10. Another big district battle over there in Northside. Can't wait for that one. Stevens and Taft next week on T&L. Told you about our producer extraordinaire, Chris Kotfus, Brian Watson, the truck, and all the guys. Chuck Mikatinik up here. Zach Hedrick on the sideline. The statistician extraordinaire, Funky Cole Medina. And tonight's spotter, Shadower John, earning his money tonight. We'll see you next week on T&L when it's Stevens and Taft. Have a great weekend of football, everybody.